Hey everybody, this is Scott. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my wife Melody and I run an online sales business on eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy. And today I have a special guest, Donna Carroll, who runs estate sales in the Greater Waco area. And she's going to give us some insights into her business and how it impacts ours. So if that seems interesting to you, stick around. Okay, so this is Donna Carroll.
Hello.
One of my favorite people to go to her estate sales, and she is really knows what she's doing. We're in the middle of a fabulous estate right now. I'm going to walk you around it in a little bit, but I wanted you to know a little bit about her, and then we'll get to some of the questions that some of you had for her. So this is Donna.
Hello. Thank you for watching and listening. Yes, as Scott said, this weekend we will be in the big city of Hubbard doing the most fabulous home ever. It's been in the family since the early 1900s. It is a treasure trove of tons of items. Oriental, Mexican, just beautiful, wonderful things. And we will be having a sale here this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The way I started in the estate sale business is 43 years ago, my dad and I started a used book and comic store in Waco. And as I would go into people's homes to buy books, they would say, well, what am I going to do with all these other things? And I started training under women in Waco that did estate sales for years. And about 23 years ago, I just branched out on my own and hired my best friend, and we've worked together 15, 18 years, and it's a very interesting profession.
Yeah. One of the reasons that I wanted to talk to Donna is that, of course, I go to estate sales every time I get the chance, and hers are always very, very professional. And if you're a shopper, you know there's a balance between you go in and everything is far too expensive for you to even look at, and other places, the place is a disaster and it doesn't look like they prepared at all. And she does a really, really good job. So when I see her name, one is, I know that it's probably going to be a pretty good estate to begin with. And so you work a lot with resellers because we come to your estate sales.
Oh, yes,
so,
yes.
I have a list of questions that people want to know about
Sure.
your side of the business. So one of them is, I got this question more than once. Is so a lot of times we're walking around, and in this estate will be no different. We see a lot of things that we're not familiar with, and we pull out our phone and we start looking them up. As the person running the estate sale, does that bother you?
Not one bit. No. I want people to come to the sales. The resellers have to find hidden treasures. They have to find things they can make money on. If not, they're not buying. We're not selling. It all has to jive together.
So, when you come into a place, I mean, everybody knows you. So, a lot of yours is word of mouth, I would assume. But you'll get a call from a family. What does that process look like? You don't just automatically take everybody that shows up.
No. No.
So,
what do you mean that shows up?
Well, every call you get. So, you go see the estate, and then you talk to the family about
Yes.
what they're wanting to do. And...
Yes, they, and there's different reasons for estate sales. Unfortunate, someone has passed. Maybe they're downsizing, going into assisted living, moving in with their children. So, each one is different and unique. But yes, we get the call, we make the appointment, we visit with the family. The amount of time on an estate sale, of course, depends on the size of the estate and
how many square feet is this place?
This place is 6,000 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's large.
It's a large one.
Yeah.
And so do you then, so you go in and you feel like you can work with them and the place looks like the type of place that you would want to work with. Is there a contract? I'm assuming you don't work on word of mouth. There has to be something signed
Well, that depends. A lot of it is word of mouth. I've been in Waco since 1955. A lot of people are like, Donna, Phyllis, come do our sale. Here's the key to my house. Call me when it's over.
Yeah.
And then, yes, we have a contract, and
Right.
that some people require that.
What is the? I mean, I'm assuming it'll be this one. But is there a sale you've had in the past that sticks out as like, oh my goodness, that was an amazing place?
Well, of course.
This one. I mean, yeah.
Well, we have done 3 wonderful homes in Hubbard.
Yeah.
All big 2-story Victorian homes, beautiful content. So the Hubbard houses have been fabulous.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So is one of the questions we get all the time, and you and I already talked about this, I already know the answer is, can people call you and they can just come see what they want to see early and buy stuff before the sale?
No, we really don't. No, we really don't. You know, that just goes to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it changes everything for someone like me.
Yeah,
you know, when I know that there's been 500 people through the house first.
Yeah,
it's
well, we try to not have, and we also try to discourage early shopping.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So this sale, first of all, I can't believe how much y'all have done because I saw it before you ever got here, and I can't believe how much you got done, how fast. You're going to open Thursday what's the date Thursday?
23rd?
Thursday the 23rd. They're going to open
at
noon, not at 11:30. And I'm assuming if you want to go to this one, you're gonna need to be here a little bit early. Mm-hmm. So
and we're using the side door, not the front door.
And I'll show you the side door and where to park and
why we're not using the front door.
It's
a beautiful stained glass, fabulous.
Y'all aren't going to believe this place when I show you a few pictures. So typical, one of the questions I got is, how much does it cost to have you come run a sale for somebody?
Well, we work on a percentage of the total sale. So therefore, in order for me to make money, I have to make money for you.
Because you have employees. I mean, you're not here by yourself.
No.
Thank goodness.
And we have expenses, but our commission takes care of all of our expenses and everything. And we just get a flat rate at the end of the total of the sale.
Right. And one of the other questions I got is, okay, it's very rare that every single thing in the house sold.
Exactly.
What happens to the remnants? Does the family say, get it all out of there, or I want it all back, or?
Well, there's several choices, and that's what we tell the families when we're deciding, about the sale, that yes, 1, they can keep whatever they want to keep. 2, they can do a donation. We work with the church, and then they get a tax write-off. Or 3, there is sometimes a buyout person who will come and say one price, usually pennies on the dollar, and clear the house. Yeah. So there are options for that, because 9 times out of 10, the house is either going on the market the following week or the new owner's coming in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the other question that comes up all the time is, how do you arrive at a price? I've seen this house, so I know for a fact you can't walk through here, pull your phone out, and look up every item. It just wouldn't even be possible.
Well, I don't do that anyway. Yeah. So I hit on high points that I know. One thing is, I don't know that item, and I do some research on it. But overall, we try to price at a fair market value, so the person we're working for, our client, is happy. The person we're selling to is happy with their price, and the reseller is able to buy and make money. So
yeah, and I have seen that. Like, I've been to some of her sales, and on one of them, I pointed out to you, hey, I think I got a great deal on that, and you're like, good for you.
Good, yes. Yeah. I want people to find those hidden treasures and make that money.
You work with a lot of resellers, because
yes,
and of all of them, who is your favorite, and why is it me?
Well, let me think real hard.
I'm sure that's the question that was on everybody's mind out there. I don't want to take up a ton of your time because you're opening in less than 48 hours.
Yeah, I'm pricing.
And so
Pricing stickers.
if I think of another question, I'll put it down in the description. But her name's Donna Carroll, Donna Carroll Estates, been in business for a number of years, very, very trusted, knows her stuff exceptionally well, and prices things. Of course, your first responsibility is
to my client.
To the client, to the family, and to make as much, because the more she makes for them, the more you make. But she obviously recognizes that she wants everybody to come shopping too. So
Oh, yeah.
and you're driven by a timeline too. Like once
Always.
Once no space on the memory card. You gotta be kidding me. All right, my battery died on the other camera. We're gonna finish up. We were just about done with that part of the interview anyway. We're going to walk around. All I was gonna say is that if there's any questions that I missed, I'll put them down in the description, and I'm gonna walk you through the house, take some pictures, and show you some of the good stuff going on here. You really need to be at this sale. What is the address again?
210 Northwest 7th Street, Hubbard, Texas.
And seriously, y'all, this one is going to be amazing. Wait till you see some of the pictures.
It's a hidden treasure in Hubbard.
It absolutely is. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Scott.
This will go out on Wednesday, and the sale will be on Thursday. So thanks again. I'll wrap it up at the end when I get back home. Thanks.
Weekend that
Here's our front door.
started, that March, the end of March, and they brought us up here.
This would be the sitting room when you walk into this place. Now everything you see here should be in the sale, and there is some incredible stuff here. And that is the lovely lady that lived here, and I will share a little bit of what I know about her. Well, I guess I'll just talk about it right now. She is an absolutely fascinating person. Lived in Hubbard. When she was younger, she had, this is a family home, and they owned another home on this same block. Super interesting life story. If you've ever heard about the New London school explosion, she was a student there when that happened, and she was in kindergarten. And I'm not quite clear. I know she went home early, and I don't know if that was because she was in kindergarten or if she hadn't. I think she may have gotten sick and went home, and just lived an absolutely fascinating life. And we'll walk around and show you some of the things that accumulated. She collected dolls. Her doll collection sold in 2015 for $2.5 million, is my understanding. And she collected cars. She had a Rolls Royce. She had a bunch of vintage cars. They participated in the Concours d'Elegance. And that's a big car show out there at Pebble Beach. And but she was also really active here in the Hubbard community. Hubbard is a small town. And she even served for a while here as mayor. She was mayor when that big tornado hit and helped this community survive that. She almost single-handedly helped build and facilitate the development of a Hubbard museum. They had a clinic here that her and her husband had built. And
They're twins.
I can't believe how much Donna and her team have organized this place. This place it's about 6,000 square feet, but I think that if you include the garages and things like that, it's closer to 9. And the garages are air conditioned too. And this place is just unbelievable. I don't know how it'll come out on tape, but hopefully I can cut this some to get you some positive things. And I obviously won't be able to show the whole 6,000 square feet in one video. I know that some of the people watching this will be from the Penelope area, and you really do need to come by, and if nothing else, to see the place. It's spectacular. Wow, that painting is actually a really good price. Look at that.
They had all the art appraised.
Well, you have to make it work.
Yeah.
Hey, Darwin. We did our interview.
Yes.
That's Darwin. Now you're going to be famous. As much as my channel could make anybody famous. She did really good, and my camera cut off right at the end, so I'm hoping there's actually something there.
Yeah.
But and now I'm just showing them the house. I was going to talk a little bit about Berta. Plus, you don't. I feel like I can. If I can't, I just cut out the sound. But I am going to walk upstairs and. Are you going to be all right, Darwin? Darwin was her caregiver the last 20 years and is genuinely one of the nicest people you are ever going to meet. Genuinely caring. I just can't imagine a better person to have to, have available to help take care of you when you need it. Super good guy. I hope some of this video works out. The place has stuff everywhere. There aren't missed details. I'll take you back through the kitchen real quick. There's still a lot of work to do, but it's amazing to me how much they've done. I know that there's a lot of you that buy and sell pots and pans. $7 for flint stainless steel. Some all copper or copper bottom Revere ware. Those are not things I know much about. And this is the elevator, and I think that's all locked up. Yeah, they've got that locked where you can't go in there. Probably good if you're having an estate sale, not have your elevator open to the public. This is like a butler's pantry, I guess. And there are lots and lots of books. They had just an incredible collection of books. This is the doll room, and all the dolls are gone. I bought a great many of them, but obviously not. I bought the remnants of the big auction. And so when they were doing these, I bought some of those. Most of these dolls here are not going to be the ones that go back to the 1800s. I think they've sold, like I say, those went to auction. But there are still, I would just bet there are still some prizes here. I would just bet on it. So this little doll here is clay. I learned a lot about dolls while we were going through the ones that I had. But there's just stuff everywhere. All right, I'm gonna pause it right here. All right, I'm gonna take you upstairs. Like she said, I think most of the artwork has been appraised, and that's where they'll get the prices on those. Some of this stuff is just incredible. I like that one a lot. Delaport, I don't know who that is. That is actually artwork she had done. That's this house. Done in 2000. I'll cut on some more lights. I knew somebody named Kowalski. And this, back this direction, would have been the master bedroom. Or, yeah, one of them, because there's a bathroom up there. And they had quite a bit of antique furniture that went to Dallas. There's still such a massive amount left. There is a spiral staircase leading up to sitting room upstairs. Look at the woodwork here. They're all hand hewn. Look at that. That is outstanding. And she'll hit most of these prices. I bought out a previous estate that they had done the sale at, and by the time the sale was over, I mean, they had done a good job of selling everything, and of course that's their job. Make as much for the family as possible. And there's just a glorious bathroom in there, but they've got that blocked off, so we're not going to go in there. Here is the upstairs part of the elevator. Whoa. Look at that. That's a gorgeous piece. I don't know how that's going to come out. Most of these pieces are still incredible. I wondered about that. Like, I'm not going to buy anything before Thursday, like the rest of you, but that piece is incredible. And I saw these earlier too. That book. Look at that Art Deco binding on it. I don't know anything about books. Now, her first husband was from Mexico City in Spain, and so a lot of the books would be in Spanish. And I know there's some of the viewers know a lot about books. There's actually money up here on the floor. I don't know anything about coins. I can spend them. That's about it. The owner has put his name on some of the stuff, obviously. The owner and the owner's wife. Which is what they should do. The heirs. Just fantastic. There is another upstairs, and I think that this has been pretty well emptied out. I don't know. This is just back to there's a balcony overlooking the property. And the property is every bit as stunning as the house. And I would just love to share some of her story, and I may include as much of that as I can. Ooh, the air's not on up here. Still got all the original stained glass. They took advantage when she closed all of this in, creating, you know, in these knee walls. Now that one's got the air conditioner, but they're all finished, and they have automatic lights. I think that her attic space is nicer than my house. I'll give you an idea how much storage there is. As a reseller, I gotta admit, I'm a little bit jealous. All right, I'm gonna walk downstairs and then we'll come back. All right, we're gonna go out of the master bedroom and see some of the other bedrooms and things upstairs. That one's got a broken glass, but gosh, the glass doesn't matter. There were more dolls displayed in here originally. Not everything is super expensive. This is one that somebody ought to grab. That is a soapstone box. The hinges come loose in the back, but it's not broken. They got $3 on it. I don't know. So to me, some of those prices just aren't bad at all. I have been to some estate sales that I couldn't buy anything if I wanted to. And hers normally, if you look around, you'll find a treasure, but she moves all this stuff. It gets sold. This is Christmas room. Let's see if I can. There's not much light in here right now. I'm missing a light somewhere. And I don't know much about Santas and things like that. And when I bought the dolls, I didn't buy those. Maybe I should have. There are a lot of nutcrackers, and I think most of them are modern. Yeah, not good light in here at all. But you get the picture. I just can't imagine that there aren't, so many things here that I don't know anything about that somebody else could, find that thing that I missed or that she missed. And family still comes out ahead because if you saw this place before she got started, now keep in mind, the lady who lived here was not a hoarder. This stuff was pretty well organized. Darwin did a lot of it. He kept this place nice and neat for her. But it was well organized, but there was just tons and tons and tons of it. I don't know much about glassware and things like that. And I know that some of you do. Isn't that cool? It's a cool place. All right, I think I'm going to shut this off and then I will pick back up. Let's go out to the garage. All right, let's walk you through the garage a little bit. Turn on a couple of lights for you out here if I can get them on. They warned me that it's not finished out here yet. But I know for a fact there is some cool stuff out here. There's everything from some architectural stuff. So Berta and her husband collected cars. I think I mentioned that. This is one of the garages, and it goes that direction to hold at least 2 or 3 more cars. And I think this side would hold 5. I think altogether this garage would hold about 10 cars. And they did so much for this community too. A cool 90s leather jacket. Comfy is a good brand if y'all don't know that one. That's a good brand to pick up. I don't know about vintage Gander Mountain. I like that frog camo. That's cool. There will be a little bit of hunting and fishing stuff here. Not a whole lot. But I mean, seriously, look at this chair here with that original leather seat for $45. That is an awesome mission style piece. Yearbooks. Oh, check this out. It's an apron. Superman apron. That's awesome. All right, so the shop, of course, the garage has its own bathroom back there. And I'm not going to go in the back because the back is closed off. But obviously a lot more cars were back there. And this section will be closed off. There will be a lot of car memorabilia here. 32 Cadillac, they got second place at the Pebble Beach. Some Mercedes signs. I know they had some old cars. I know that they had a Hispano Suiza. Posters, cars. I think that was Douglas Fairbanks in the picture. And for the most part, on the furniture, they're usually pretty reasonable on it. You know, they're going to get more for the solid wood ones, but oh, we'll take you upstairs. Watch your head, because that's a little low. And this is just an apartment above their garage. Lots of car stuff. If you're a car guy or a history person, you need to be over here. I think that's Hartman luggage, most of it. Decanters. This one is full. I don't drink, so the whiskey would do me no good. That's a replica. This is an old Mexican rug right here. That would be a prize for somebody. That's spectacular. And there is probably a lot of actual vintage artwork that's, you know, artist signed. Check that out. Of course, there's one of those. Most of this has been pretty well cleaned out. Not completely, but pretty well. They traveled extensively, so there will be a lot of files that have to do with travel. But her late husband was, he worked for Humble Oil, and I know that there was a lot of Humble Oil stuff here too. Some of the car club badges and things like that they had. That's a signed and numbered artist print. I like that kind of stuff. I don't know much about it as far as reselling it, but oh wow. Hackney was a guy that worked at Humble Oil, and he served in the Navy and during World War II. Look at that, Concours d'Elegance, picture of the Duesenberg. The Concours stuff sells really, really well. Really, really well. I'm pretty short, and I would still run right into that beam if I wasn't careful. I'm not going to take you to the other garages because I don't think they're going to be open for the sale. And I think that's going to be about it. So I'm going to finish up. This is going to be a complicated video for me to put together because there's just so much, and I'm going to try and make it a reasonable length. Donna Carroll's the best. I love going to her estate sales because she just gets it. You know, her job is to make money for the family and move that stuff, and she does a great job of that. But she also appreciates resellers showing up, and she hopes that we find good deals because that's going to bring us back. And in the end, her job is to sell everything, make as much for the family as she can, and she does that by taking care of us too. So I hope you enjoyed this. She is very gracious to let me interrupt what is surely a very, very busy schedule. And this sale opens Thursday. I will get this video out Wednesday. And if you are in the Waco Temple area, you need to come by. Like, there's stuff everywhere, like everywhere. For example, I put this on a little shelf, and while I'm talking to you, let me show you the little shelf. I think this is old hand-carved shelf. That's real wood. That's incredible. Oh man. So again, thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody who watches, and I will have more things coming up. Melody and I are taking a trip, and so we are going to travel up I-35 all the way to Duluth, Minnesota, where I went to high school. And we're going to shop along the way, and we're going to shop a lot there. And hopefully you'll enjoy that kind of thing. It won't be a vlog style because I'm going to stop and edit and cut and things like that. But it's always interesting for me to see what we find in other parts of the country. So that's it for me today. I appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks.